Alright, hello everybody, Skyrain here. For the first time with a Path of Exile video. I can't say exactly back to a Path of Exile video just yet, because this is the first of hopefully many. So anyway, here we go. This is going to cover the skill gems and what I have learned up to this point in the game. Give you an idea where I am at since I have started playing this. I'm a level 17 sorceress, so I do like the system with the skill gems that are in this game as opposed to the first Path of Exile. So here we go. Let's go ahead and cover some of these. I'm going to go to my stash over here. Now, they have uncut gems, which is what you use to level up any of your skills. This is a support gem here, level 1. Now over here, I have a couple saved up still I haven't used just for the purpose of this video, and plus I haven't really found anything else I'd like using them into. We have level, as you progress further in the game, of course, and difficulty, well, and further into the game, you will get these higher level gems, which you will need. There's an easy way of tracking all this stuff. All you have to do is right click on them. Now, since I am a sorceress, I have a couple things at my disposal here. I can go occult or elemental. I've been mostly focusing all on elemental on my sorceress so far. That might change, but for now it is what it is. Okay, so here we go. Now, as you can see here, I've already racked up a bunch of these other skills, so they are already at level 2. I cannot use those on these particular skills here. However, over here, I do not have these yet. I heard these are very, very good spells, mind you, in combination for the witch. So I can learn these myself as a sorceress and use them, which is nice. So you kind of have a little bit of leeway and, you know, versatility. So now, since I have a level 2 skill gem, as you can see here, I can go ahead and apply it. Now you can also watch the video if you choose.
Is a physical area spell. If it kills a monster or hits a corpse, it summons a short-lived bone minion. Unearth is a
you highlight over them, of course, and they'll give you a little video descripting and showing what they actually do before you pick them, as long as you can unlock them. If you don't have the skill gems, you can't unlock them, and you just kind of have to wait. So there it is. And then once you want the skill you want to open and unlock, you hit engrave, and it will generate a skill gem for you. I'm not going to do that here because I do not want that one necessarily just yet. But let's go to then after you do that, you will get a gem in your inventory. It will appear here once you hit engrave. Then you place it into your skill gem slots here. Okay. So I have a fair amount so far built up. I don't know if this continues to go any further once you fill these in or not, or if you're limited to a certain amount of gem slots. Find out. I think this will continue to progress because there are actually a lot of skills in the game. So here we go. Once you put in the skill gem, you socket it here, and then these slots here are for your uncut, or are for your skill support gems. The support gems sit in here, which is create a support gem. Currently, I only have level 1s. I have yet to find any level 2s, and I really want some level 2s by now. But we'll go ahead and show what this works like now. So the uncut support gems, we're talking all things gems right now. And this system, compared to Path of Exile 1, which, you know, your gems were everything and you had to have them into your gear to pull all this stuff off. Now they've done it this way, which honestly is much, much better. I definitely like this system way better than the first game. So anyway, all right, so now I've already had a couple of support gems. Let me see if I have something that I do not have yet that I can pick. Here we go. Ice Nova. All right, so I have an uncut support gem level 1. And then if you want one of these other ones, as you can see here that I cannot select yet, these ones clearly say level 2 uncut support gem required to engrave this skill, so which I do not have, and that's why most of these are grayed out. This is also still kind of early access, so not everything is going to have see, coming soon. Not everything is going to have stuff here yet. So we're still in early access, so hang along for the ride, I suppose, huh? So here we go. Now if I want this one, of course it will give you the pluses and minuses. Some of these will do less damage. Some of these will give you increased damage, but add a cooldown, etc., etc. So pick and choose your spots. Now, also, you have to keep in mind some of these will require. In my case, as sorceress, I have plenty of intelligence stat for all of this stuff. But on some of these other ones here, as you can see, this one requires strength. I don't have that much strength right now until I put points into the glorious skill tree. Yes, the constellation skill tree, basically. It's not too terrible, honestly, once you start to find a path and move along. You'll start to pick that up fairly easy, but in order to get extra stats that you may need for such things, there's these attribute ones along the way, and then that's where you make up the lack of strength or dexterity, in my case, on here, and then you can actually pick the one you want to select as far as what stats you want. Like in this one, I'd probably take a strength or a dexterity and move on. So it's kind of nice that way. All right. So that's what I would need in order to use this support gem in, let's see, this one here, because this is a strength. Supported skills have 30% less skill effect duration. I'm not sure if I really want that. And then this one have 40% less cost. Support skills. That one's a very nice one, and I probably would look into getting that one here at some point once I start burning mana. Now, the nice thing about the support gems, and this is like a really big deal. Sorry, pal. I'm too zoomed in. I'm too zoomed in. Excuse me. Okay. The nice thing about the support gems, once you cut them and craft them and slot them in, you go to here. This is where the support gems go, into these slots. And then also this will tell you exactly how much DPS you're doing on each of the abilities with the current state. Okay. Now this one here, let's see. Oh, control destruction. Now, you can only have this one in one particular skill at a time. That's right. It kind of sucks that way. I don't know if that might change later, but for right now, you can only have this one in one skill at a time. So if I want to do some more damage into, let's say, Spark here. So here's DPS 43, DPS 62. This is my main hand weapon that does Firebolt. Now, all I have to do is pop this out. You will watch the DPS drop. The 52 now, and you can reallocate this in any other skill slot. This was very nice in finding this out, because once you can craft them any way that you need to on those skills available. However, they are not locked to that skill that you crafted them on. You can now move them to another skill and at your wherever you want them to go. See, I'm increasing damage just by moving this gem into a different skill. So it's very nice. This is the one thing that I really, really like so far, especially about the support gems. I didn't realize this until just by happenstance and by playing the game myself, so I wanted to definitely put this in as a key point here, key component. Do not feel, that you are locked to that particular skill. Whenever you go and put these support gems in, you can move them around wherever you want them to go. And it's so nice that way. So very nice. So yeah, keep that in mind when you do your support gems, and also when you do go to initially use them, mind you, don't think that you have to use it on the very first one on the screen. Make sure you go down here and pick different ones. At the very start, I was all excited when I got my first support gems. I was like, oh yeah, and then I put them both into Firebolt, which, mind you, that actually helped me out in the long run. Early game so far. But I was like, oh yeah, I could select these and then pick these other ones if I so choose. And here's another caveat right here. As you can see, this one here, supported skills deal 50% less damage with hits. And this will change the firewall into a fire circle. Just for an example, that might play better ultimately, but anytime I see less damage, I'm kind of hesitant, at least at this stage in the game so far early on. Might figure something out later once we start getting into build crafting, but that's another story for another time. Alright, so hopefully that breaks it down so far. I don't want to go on too much longer on this. I just wanted to kind of cover what all the gem system works in this game compared to the first one. And for anybody else that does not know and is curious, here we are. Hopefully I broke it down very nicely. If you have any questions, of course, leave them down in the comments down below, and I will try to answer as best I can. Mind you, again, as of this recording, I am a level 17 sorceress, so I'm still very, very fresh to this game. I've played Path of Exile 1 in the past a lot, but I wanted to start this one fresh on day 1, and which I have, and this is where I've made it so far. And I wasn't going to do like all the other ones I've seen so far for videos, like, oh, to prepare, you're going to need this, that, and the other thing. I said, wait until the game's released, and which it is now, so we can finally get into the meat and potatoes of everything and break things down a lot more succinctly here. So, anyway, and one other thing, as you can see here, I have uncut skill gems for 2, 4, and 5. I will show you real quick one more thing right now. We did the 2. Let's go ahead and click on a 4. Right click on it. Alright, so now I can also upgrade a level of my skill here, as it shows. This one's highlighted, it has a plus and whatever's available. This one's already a level 4, so I cannot upgrade it with that particular uncut gem, but I can upgrade this one to a level 4 if I so choose, so on and so on. Same thing works further on down the line here. These skills require a level 5 uncut skill gem to activate and unlock. These ones here, uncut level 7. It will tell you on the side, it will tell you as you hover over, etc., etc., and also the level requirement that you need to be at in order to even think about it. But most times you will get to the level first before you will get the skill gem. So yeah, that's the long and the short of it and all this there, and that's the last thing I wanted to put in there. So anyway, until next time, everybody, stay safe out there in the real world, and fire as always, take care of yourselves as best you can, one day at a time. That's all we can do. Until next time, see you.